we will be having a look at Luck and Loot next. Now that it's all queued up, title and everything's changed over, let me pull the game up. There we go. Now, there are a couple things I'm going to go over with this one before we get started. Specifically, this isn't the way the game looks normally. It actually is in this color palette initially. And it looks a bit more like this, because it starts you off with CRT 75% and the theater palette. Personally, I didn't really like this too much. It's not bad looking, but I just didn't like the slight red tinge to everything constantly. So I had switched it back to the C64 one, where it's a lot cleaner. But that's a personal choice thing. Absolutely. And your other options are Blood Moon, which has even more of a haze on it, and then 1-bit, which 1-bit's pretty clean. I kind of like 1-bit as well. We might have a look at how 1-bit looks as well. It looks like I do need to bump the audio up slightly. We'll go ahead and do that. There's not a ton of audio in this game as it is, but there's a little bit. Yeah, this is Luck and Loot. Exactly as it says on the tin, this is a dice building game, essentially. As you've seen with a few other roguelikes that have come out in relatively recent times, this takes the idea of a deck builder and applies it to dice instead, where you're taking sides of dice and replacing them with whatever abilities and such you pick up along the way. And then you're rolling your set of dice to determine what you're doing that turn. The enemies also have their own dice, they'll be rolling them as we go. It'll make itself pretty apparent as we go. It's not going to be too complicated. There's a compendium that covers all the things you pick up along the way. As you can see, there are 3 skill classes. We do not have access to the other classes at the moment. I have to do a bit better in order to get the Ranger, and then we have to do well with the Ranger in order to get the Wizard. So we'll be Ternaya the Warrior, who has a sword that deals 3 damage and inflicts 1 vulnerable to all enemies every 4 rooms. And as you can see, if you complete a run, you get difficulty modifiers. There are levels that these characters will go up. I'm assuming it'll probably unlock new moves and things like that. I haven't actually gained a level, as you can see. I actually conveniently ended up 4 points short of the first level in my test game, which I actually got decently far. There is a speed increase and such if you are so inclined. Doesn't look like I can access... Okay, yeah, I can access the menu from there. Just didn't look like it'd be that menu. I wanted to turn the music up a bit more. It is not super present. Yeah, we got a spider and a rat. Start combat, the dice will roll. Oh yeah, 1-bit makes everything the same color though, so that's one disadvantage to the 1-bit scheme. You won't be able to immediately tell an attack from a shield, aside from looking at the icons. So yeah, let's actually go back to C64 then, just so you guys can tell at a glance what's going on. There you go. See, because this is red and blue and everything now. Much easier to immediately spot. Now, I will want to re-roll those empty dice. You might be wondering, why do you get so many empty slots? I'll explain that when we go back to dice building. Oh, well, I shouldn't have re-rolled. But hitting him with that, plus vulnerable, plus that, and he's dead. We will take a hit from the spider, or if it lives. Wow, I'm just having so much worse luck this time, which is no surprise. Streamer luck has its way of being incredibly good and incredibly bad. Alternatively, let me just double check to make sure it's capturing proper. Yeah, it is. I figured, but I wanted to make sure. Too many times being burned when you're switching games around a bunch will make you much more prone to checking. Yeah, as you might imagine, armor blocks damage before it gets to health. Bleed makes their health tick down at the rate of the bleed. Empty dice make me sad. And you do have a couple healing moves as the warrior. Yes, I know I have a usable die, but it doesn't do anything. You don't heal at full health. And this is just sad. Try again. Wow, this is so bad right now. There we go. After every fight, you get a choice between 3 items. In this case, we're going to grab this Defender die. Deals 3 damage and gives you 2 armor. The lesser heal is also tempting, and the money isn't a bad choice, actually, because there's a decent amount of things that use money. But we'll get to that in a bit. The well shimmers invitingly, offering blessings if you toss a coin. Yeah, sure. That's 10 coins, not 1, but sure. With your wish made, you hear a voice. Strength in attack or resilience in defense? I'll take attack. Okay, it gave us a new dice skill. I don't have enough money to gamble with the goblin, though. A grinning goblin jingles a pouch of coins, tempting you to risk your gold for greater riches. Nah. Ah, now we have the lockpicking minigame. How lockpicking in this game works is actually a little odd. Basically, it's a guessing game. You have to determine the combination of left and rights to match the number of spots up here. If you get it wrong, you break a lockpick and you have to start over. So in this case, right is wrong. So it's left first. What if it just keeps going left? It doesn't. It goes left twice and then right once. And now we get an item. Balanced Shroud, 1 max HP, 1 max armor, and 1 capacity to all dice. 6 extra gold after every combat, or 3 random skills. The Balanced Shroud is the smart choice, but for sake of variety and seeing things, let's take the dice pack. Now, this is the dice building screen. Every die you have has a max capacity of 20 until you level it up more, which you can level it up by sacrificing skills that you don't want into this star slot up here. And as you can see, once you actually... That's one of the things you get from character levels, is you can get an additional trait. Okay. I understand now. Yeah, we got the Defender, which we willingly picked. The Great Axe from the well, and then we got Break, Shield, and another Quick Stab from the other one. From the dice pack, that is. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay, yeah, that only got us 1 point, but that's fine. Great Axe takes 11 points, so we're gonna have to fiddle some things around here. In fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to do a funny. We're gonna put the Great Axe on this die and put just like the Defender on there with it. Because it gets extra damage per empty side on this die, so it's gonna be high risk but really high reward if it lands. I think that'll be fun. And we'll just trade a regular sword for the break. Probably one on this one. What? Oh wait, no, this is one that was already full though. That doesn't, the math on that. There we go. So we have to put it over here. That should work. I'm a little worried about the empty die, but that's why we try it out early. So if it... Well, it landed. Don't throw it yet, though. Don't do it. Reroll the other dice first, because as soon as you commit an attack, you can't reroll anymore. So, be careful doing that. But now we can attack freely. So, just beat him up, whack, gone. Great Axe paid off already. Shield Wall, 5 cost... Gain 3 armor plus 1 per armor skill on die and 1 protect. That's pretty good. Break armor. 8 damage specifically to armor, won't do any damage to anything else. Let's take shield wall, because what that means is we might actually make like a nearly only defense dice. Let's see, Forge Heart upgrades a selected skill, health potion heals immediately. There's the Shroud again. If I had money, I'd buy the Shroud. But we spent all of our money on the Wishing Well and didn't get any more. You can tell what you're gonna get encounter-wise, by the way, by looking up here at the tracker. I have not been paying attention to that, and I probably won't be. I don't think I can sell things. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Which means we really don't have a use for this merchant unless I want a lesser heal. That's a shame. And our first boss, the Spore Fiend. With his little mushroom friend. Let's see. Yeah, that's capacity 5. I could reduce the damage on that to move this up here. Makes it do 9. 9's still pretty good, and it's a 50-50 whether it does something, so that's probably good enough. And then this way, this is a 4 armor move, which is pretty good. So if we flip that, now it becomes a 5 armor move. So we either gain armor or give bleed with this die now. I like that. I can live with that. And all of our dice are basically full. Let's see. We've only got 1 attack coming out. The shield wall will take care of that, and it'll give us protect, which will be nice. So I think we actually keep this for a change. Especially since we have the Great Axe already in play. So what we do there, then, is we tap you like that, obliterate you, and then just hit you. I did slightly bad math on the overall attack there, but it's good enough. We don't need to use our fading heal yet, so let's re-roll that away. That'll work. 2 vulnerable stacks for him is good for me. Well, Trudy, so far, the main thing that's happened is we did an hour of the demo of Shape of Dreams. We died to the Chapter 2 boss twice in that demo, and now we're playing Luck and Loot, which we've only been walking along this field for a little while now. We gambled, wanted to gamble with a goblin, but we didn't have money. We threw some coins in a wishing well and got a Great Axe that's been slaughtering everything since then. And there you go. That basically covers what's happened so far. How you doing? Go ahead and put these away. Roll these 2. Try again. I wanted all attacks, but this is fine, because he will still die. Let's see, we got bandage, heal 10% of player's HP at the end of combat, so we'd be getting 3 every fight, which is pretty good. 2 max HP and 1 max armor upon visiting the merchant, or Amulet of Woe, deal 8 damage and then inflict 2 vulnerable to the boss at the start of combat. Glad you're doing okay. Hopefully everything's alright. I know an unplanned hiatus usually is not a good sign, but hopefully it's overall working out for the best for you. And now we're at the world map, where we can choose where we want to go. We can either go to the Unholy Graveyard or the Swamp of Despair. Nice. That's good. Yeah, we get more skills if we go to the swamp and more relics if we go to the graveyard. I'm pretty happy with our skills, so we're gonna go to the graveyard. It also determines which boss you get, and you actually get a hint as to what your boss will be based on whatever you see on the other side here. I'm sure you can't possibly guess what that's going to be. We still don't have any extra dice space. Oh yeah, let me just chuck this basic attack in here. So we can either get +1 attack to all attack skills on this die, 1 armor to all armor skills, or 2 extra capacity. Go ahead and get 1 attack, because we have a lot of attacks on this one. Can I cycle another attack over there without it being a... Answer to that question may surprise you in that it's a no. Unless I do that. Except I can't fit that there. Yeah, I saw Mycopunk came out. I just didn't know if I was going to have anybody that was going to want to play it. And I also didn't have, like, a lot of available money space. So I had left that one on the back burner for the time being. But if it's been working out good, I may consider it. You'll notice that these enemies are way stronger. The ghoul and the bat are stronger than anything we fought in the previous area. So it's time to hit them with our Zweihander, deal out some vulnerable, and make our life a little easier. Just see about beating this bat up. There we go. No more bat. We did get a lot of bleed from that ghoul, though, so we gotta be careful. Go ahead and give him a tap. Nah, it's fine. Like, I absolutely wouldn't say no, but, you know, don't go out of your way about that. I'll take the gold because we don't really have dice space for more things. Arena. A battle-scarred arena awaits, where warriors block your path to the arena trophy. Sure, why not? Let's take a risk. Oh boy. I did not expect it to be a 3-on-1. We got a squire, a champion, and another squire. I'm going to assume the squires are probably going to be buffing the champion. Probably like sharing armor around and things like that. Or, okay, it's healing. That's upsetting. And it's an all heal, so I can't be like, oh yeah, I'll just attack the one that's healing then. And this one's gonna weaken me, which is annoying, and this does weaken and vulnerable. Wonderful. Love that for me. Oh. I basically just have to keep this set then in hopes that we can turn this around. Thankfully we have a decent amount of armor, but we are now going to do so little damage. You know what? Actually getting all that weaken's fine when it comes to getting all this healing instead. He's gonna keep playing his loot. He gives out armor. Oh, we are in trouble here. Yeah, I kind of figured the Chapter 3 boss for Shape of Dreams was going to be rough, considering the Chapter 2 boss is already pretty difficult. You really have to hit a point where you're in a good spot or really know what you're doing to make some headway in that game. There we go. Speaking of making headway, we actually got some good work done on that squire. We might actually be able to pull this off. Yeah, they're gonna hand armor around. He's gonna hit me for 5. That's a bit rough. There we go, bonk you. Now start working this squire down. I basically have to save the champion for last. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a nice thing this game does, by the way, is it gives you an indicator of whether you're currently in fatal damage territory. It may also be that Shape of Dreams is designed for you to have to run a couple times before you can actually, like, consistently pass. And it is also a multiplayer game. It may be scaled for multiplayer at the moment. Still a bit. Once it actually fully comes out, whether into early access or not, it may be adjusted a little more evenly by then. Oh, something I should note for this game in particular, by the way, Luck and Loot. It came out 3 days ago. For some reason, my brain said 2 days ago, but I think that was because I looked at it yesterday, which would have been 2 days ago. So, worth keeping in mind as far as what you're seeing here. quick stabs will add 2 bleed, but I feel like I'm gonna have to re-roll away some of my attacks just to not die. Because I can't kill off the squire with what I have here. Because we're too weakened. Because it'll be 3, 6, 8, 11, and they have 3 armor. Yeah, there's no way. So I'm just gonna throw the whole hand away in the hopes of getting more durability. Well, that's a shame. Hey, look, it's still fatal damage. Huh. Yeah, and you can restart the application. I wish that wasn't true, but yeah, it kind of is. And there went in that run. But hey, we got a good amount of points, and we got our first level. We unlocked the perk slot, 3 more max HP, the option of getting the buckler and plate mail. That's probably going to be a huge help. 3 more health is good. And the second trait slots, I'm assuming, are going to be very big. Considering we finally actually had our first trait. So I can have, like, weaponer and extra space and things like that all at the same time. But let's try again. Perhaps we'll have better luck this time. So he'll die to the bleed, and the rat had no move, which is why I didn't bother attacking him. Yikes. Yikes! Okay, game, I understand. I'm not allowed to have luck. There we go. We'll take the gold. Yeah, the well worked out for us last time. Strength and attack, or resilience and defense. Give me attack again. I want to see if I can get the great axe again. Goblet fly. A goblin-like fly flits before you, trailing eerie dust. It grins wide, offering to weave power into your skills for a price. So he can either give me 12 gold, or I can give him 13 of my health to upgrade 2 of my skills. Sure, go ahead and upgrade my skills. I can heal myself. And now we have a treasure chest. There we go. Gilded Horde. Instantly gain 100 gold and an unremovable gold curse. Restore all health after defeating a boss. Hey, Lagerda, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's been a little bit. Or we gain 2 permanent lockpicks. Healing after every boss is good, but I'm gonna take the lockpicks. Broken carriage. A shattered cart lies abandoned, its scattered contents promising treasure or hidden peril. Sure. Nothing here. Still 50% chance, but now there's a 50% chance of losing 5 health. Pry open the crate and you may uncover riches or awaken what lies within. Ow. Rummage through the carriage, but beware, its secrets may come with a cost. Now, it's 33% chance of a skill, but 66% chance of losing 10 health. Ah! I'm glad you're doing well. Hopefully there hasn't been too much trouble with that realization, because I know that that can be complicated. One health, 1 armor, 1 capacity to hold dice is very tempting. 1 poison could be very good. No, let's... Because we keep having dice capacity issues, or at least that's part of what got us in trouble with the last run, let's take that. We also got Arrow Plus, so 6 pierce damage, which avoids armor. That's actually really good. Go ahead and chuck that right in there. It may give us an edge against the Spore Fiend here, since he's got a lot of armor. Because we can just one-shot his little friend. Who's going to Claws for 5 right now. Good. It can be a very big deal to become more comfortable with yourself, no matter which way you end up becoming more comfortable with yourself. Okay, so the two upgraded things was the arrow and the sword. I was hoping that the arrow was upgraded as it was coming out of the well. I guess I can't be that lucky. It can be this lucky, though, where I can just one-shot him. I am gonna take 8, which is a little scary, but it'll be a good lead-in as far as damage goes. I just gotta be careful not to be too greedy from here, because we had the armor to cushion that other attack. Come on, give me results. There we go. Not gonna be the best, but it'll be fine. Go ahead and hit him with the Zweihander, heal myself up a bit, give myself armor. There we go. This way his heal doesn't push the fight back at all. We are nearly dead, but it's fine because he is actually dead. Oh, we could get another balanced shroud for even more results, because I'm assuming it stacks, or 25% off in the merchant, and first round of a fight gives 2 rerolls. 2 rerolls is nice, but I think I'll just keep stacking. The way that blinked red almost makes me think that it didn't do anything, but I saw my health go up. Considering... Oh, I didn't notice that. The threat level in the graveyard's 1 higher than the swamp. So let's go to the swamp. I was already gonna say, since we already went to the graveyard, we'll go to the swamp anyway. One step in and my boots already hate me. That's good. Being able to boost swap without it being too much of a problem can be very important for a system, from what I've learned from the couple of people I know that are like that. Yeah, we already figured this out as far as traits go. There's really not anything I can do here. We've got a Goblin Guard and a Goblin Warrior. I need to heal desperately. Now there's the heal. Come on. Well then, okay. That poison might be an issue. Thankfully, it goes away after it acts, so it's not the worst thing. See. Get some headway on him. We are in bad shape here. I was a little greedy in the previous area and it is coming back to haunt me. So we have a bunch of bleed on us now, and the break plus will kill. Ooh, I think we're actually dying either way here. Let's keep the 2 blocks and try to roll for something that will... Okay, according to the game, that's not fatal damage now, so I'm just gonna trust the game here. Yeah, it's just really close to fatal. Understandable. It's gonna take time to really get comfortable with all that. But hopefully it continues to work out for you. Yep, that's still fatal damage. And rewinding doesn't let me reroll more, so yeah, we lose. Because that won't kill him, and this does a lot of damage is the problem. Yep. We just made some poor decisions there, so that ended way faster than the last one. You're welcome. We will get to the keep. I just need to not be so sloppy. And obviously the dice need to play nicer, but that's up to the dice to decide. Oh, our Zweihander's charged immediately, so let's just swipe at this and make this a little easier on us. Because he'll just hit my armor and not do anything, aside from make me vulnerable. If we can just clear him out fast enough, we shouldn't need to worry about that. There we go. Go back to the classic heedless aggression strategy. By all means, it's always important to eat. 4 armor isn't bad. An extra max armor is good. But I think I'll still take the gold. Ooh. A grizzled blacksmith offers to forge a skill stronger for the right price. Sure. 6 damage, 5 damage, 6 damage. Hitting heal plus does go up to 7 heal. I probably should do something like one of my regular lesser heals so that they do 5 health at a time. Is 5 health is the same as the fading heal, and I can just basically get rid of the fading heal at that point and open up more space. Yeah, I think that's the call there. Oh, the goblin fly is also here. That'll put us down to 20 health. That is dangerous, but I think it is worth it. Because the skill upgrade was good. Aha! First try! So we can get 3 random skills again, restore all health after defeating a boss, or get the balanced shrouds. Really, the balanced shrouds seem to be funeral shrouds for us last time, so I'm gonna take the dice pack. We got a spear, a quick stab, and a break armor. I'm not gonna bother with the break armor because it becomes useless the second the enemy doesn't have armor anymore. And I don't like that. Let's move the fading heal over to here for now and make this die more aggressive. We'll put the break armor into this one. There goes the bot. Oh, and as a reminder, there is the page for this game. I will pop it up again when we're done with the game, but here in the middle seems like a good spot to remind y'all about that. And it helps to distract from the bot that just got banned. All works out. I would have done that during Shape of Dreams more as well, but there really was not as much downtime in terms of where my hands can be. I had to be constantly on the move to not die. I do appreciate that the enemies can actually just roll an empty space on their dice too. That's actually really nice of them. And that you're not the only one with empty spaces. We can get money, a sword, or a spear. I'm gonna take the spear because the poison does seem like it'll actually be, like, hugely helpful. I love that I can just buy this coupon from the merchant straight up. Like, oh yeah, here's a coupon to make all of my wares cheaper. But you have to pay all of your money for the coupon. But based on the items they have, unless I wanted to buy the heal, I don't think I'd buy anything else, so I'll actually take the coupon. His 25% off is actually real good across this entire store. Oh, but I might have wanted to heal before going to this boss. It's fine. Go ahead and give you the spear. Actually, no, you've got the 2 upgraded moves. Let's go ahead and put that over there instead. Trying to keep these dice, like, equally relevant instead of focusing on one die, which might be part of my problem, since this keeps happening anyway. That's better. Then start the fight with the Zweihander. It's supposed to deal 3 damage. Didn't he only have 1 armor? I must be reading that wrong. I'm just going to assume I'm reading that wrong. Obviously, the armor goes on us. So I can hit him with these 2, and that'll do 7, or I do 6. Actually, yeah, he's got 1 vulnerable on him, so this kills. There we go. This way I can put the poison on the boss. So it's a shame that the poison drops immediately off, but that's fine. Yeah, we're doing pretty well this time around. He does have an upgraded claw, which stings a bit. Oh, he's going aggressive. Oh boy. Keep the attacks. That'll work. won't be a kill, but it gets him down close, and the heal takes care of most of what he was going to do to us. The heal really wants to stay in the deck because it keeps coming up now. It's like, wait, you're going to get rid of me? No! No, 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 no. I could grab the Eldritch Vial right now. And that, I presume, would count for this fight. Well, it might not, though. I'm going to assume it won't, and I'm just going to grab another dice pack. Because technically you get the loot after you defeat the boss, so it might not count you defeating that boss in particular. There we go. Put a break on that one. We don't really need these, especially. Let's go ahead and get this die upgraded. Oh, it's random. Okay, so we got Herbalist, Guard, and Scholar. So this one would get a heal bonus or a guard bonus, or just more capacity. I'm just going to give it more capacity because there's not any armor or healing on this die. I could move it around, but I'd rather have the extra capacity here and just make this like a super aggressive die. And we're going to go to the swamp again because we had a bad head start on that one last time. Snakes. Just had to be snakes, huh? Okay. Gotta say, for this being threat level 2 instead of 3, this place does seem worse. Maybe that's just me. I was hoping to kill him before he could attack. Sting and spit. Oh, he's got piercing damage. Great. Great, I love that for me. Yeah, you know what I totally need when something has piercing damage? Shields. Thanks, game. Fuck you. Kill that one. We're just gonna have to take the piercing damage. Yeah, I'm really not convinced that this is an easier area. I'm not convinced of that at all. Like, their health is a bit lower, but their attacks are more dangerous, I would say. Gain 1 armor on roll and +2 armor on apply. So when the buckler comes up, it'll give you 1 armor, and then when you use it, it gives you 2. That's pretty good. All skills on this die that give armor now give 2 additional armor. That would be good if I actually focus a die on armor, which, since there's a trait for armor, would be a good idea to do that. But arguably, something like the buckler would be a prerequisite to using smithing. But the buckler is common and the smithing is rare, so I'm going to grab the smithing while it's there. Goblin Cook. A gruff cook stirs a bubbling pot, offering a hearty meal for gold and a swift exit if you decline. I'm a little too poor for that. I'm literally 1 gold short of being healed. So that's a shame. Let's move some stuff around here while I'm thinking about this. There we go. All of our shields are focused in one place, which is not great, but they are better shields now. I feel like that might come back to bite me, but I'm inclined to give it a shot. Okay, we go to fight or fight. There's a merchant up top or a question mark down below. Considering how poor we are, I'm going to go south and avoid the merchant, because I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything, even though we have the coupon. I don't think the coupon's going to do enough with the money we have. Oh, hey, this looks familiar. The Goblin Guard and the Goblin Warrior again. Same pair that killed us in the past. Just a poison spear attack so far. Okay. Our armor will mostly take that. I can get a decent start. Okay, just a quick stab, and we actually got a good heal there, so that works out perfectly. This is going way better. Ignore the fact that I've absolutely jinxed myself with that statement. Bleed's gone, the poison's still there. Yeah, he's gonna punch me, which is a problem. Okay. We are gonna get a lot of bleed from the punch if if he lives, which he's going to live. I'm reasonably confident of that, unfortunately. Nope, he died. So let's see. Kick. Stun a target for +1 turn if attack was played. Can be used once per combat. I don't like the once per combat part of this, but other than that, that's useful. Break is also really good, though. Just that vulnerable bonus is so pivotal in so many of the fights we've been in. Also, she just looks so unimpressed constantly. Just like, meh. Yep, just fighting more monsters. This doesn't do any damage, though, is the downside. Which, that seems to be the way the categorization goes here. Yellow is utility, green is healing, blue is armor, red is attack. Yeah, I'll just take the break. Bandits. Bandits emerge from the shadows, demanding coin or blood. Well, I don't have any coin, and I don't have that much blood either, so you might be disappointed either way, kiddos. Throw another break on this die. Raising the odds of the vulnerable effect coming up. 224 hit point bandits. Alright. Well, that works. One of them's running away immediately. You have fun not being in the fight anymore, buddy. Meanwhile, your friend is about to have a horrible day. In fact, yeah, he basically died immediately. Goodbye. That went shockingly well. Bleeding eyes, inflicts 4 bleed, slash, deal 4 damage to all enemies. That's pretty tempting. And quick stab. Yeah, we'll take that slash. An AoE move might actually be huge. Just a matter of where to put it. I think I'll put it here in place of the rapier. And we'll replace this regular sword with the rapier. And then we'll upgrade this die to buff all armor. There we go. Perfect. All according to plan. So now all of these shields give 6 armor. 7 damage and inflict 1 bleed. 7 damage and inflict 1 poison. They have a lot of armor. I really wish I had a piercing attack right about now. That's helpful. Keep it. I think we're okay at the moment. Ugh. Less okay than I thought. Less okay than I thought. Let's reroll that whole set. I need more than that. Ooh. The armor, reroll everything else. I need to go on the defense. Okay, maybe not. I guess I'm not going on the defensive at fucking all, eh, game? He has 13 health. We can kill him, which leaves us taking 7 plus 1 poison. We will live through that. Very good. Oh, now the AoE attack comes up, huh? Okay. Reroll the whole thing. Okay, that's 2 heals. That's actually good. Keep those, reroll the rest. That's fine. Okay, that digs us out of the hole. It's not great, but, you know, take what you can get and all that. Got him. Okay. Whetstone's pretty good. Gain 1 strength, and next attack skill is played twice, does not stack. Yeah, we'll take the Whetstone. I had the Whetstone in my test game, and now we can heal. As much as I would love to upgrade a skill, we need that health. We're officially further than we've been any time other than my test game. We'll take a look at that obelisk here in a second. Where do I put the Whetstone? I think I sacrificed one of my quick stabs for it. Yeah, I think that's a good move. The obelisk comes with quiet temptation, its surface trembling with invisible writing. Something lies within, it waits, hidden, resisting. Will you break the seal? So how these obelisks work is there's a countdown on it. If you fail to destroy it before the countdown runs out, you start losing max health. You heard me right. Your maximum amount of health decreases per turn over that countdown. But you can upgrade your ultimate ability, which in our case is the Zweihander, if I break the obelisk. So we're gonna break the obelisk. We don't really have a choice. We have 3 turns to do this. I'm gonna use the lesser heal even though it's not gonna help our cause here, just because it will help our overall cause. Is we can get some decent headway done because of the vulnerable bonuses. Now this time though, I'm not keeping the heals. Come on now. That's better. Not what I wanted, but it's better. Because it'll still will get taken out by the bleed. There we go. We got it done in time. So your various upgrades to your ultimate can be either do everything it did and gain 2 strength, charge in half the time, or increase the damage it does. I'm gonna have it charge in half the time so I can use it more often. Now we can either go north or south again. We know there's an enemy down below, but there's 2 question marks up above. Let's gamble. We've got a sacrificial table. A dark altar beckons, offering lasting strength at the cost of your own blood. We can give it 5 health for 2 max HP. Sure, that'll put us to 35. Hey, it's the Goblin Fly. Guess who I'm not going to get enchanted by this time, because that would put me way too low. Yeah, we're taking the money that time. The Fountain. A shimmering fountain radiates vitality, offering blessings for devotion or a coin. So we can drink from the fountain to get 6 health, or we can toss a coin in to get a 50-50 at getting a random skill. But it's gonna be 5 coins. Let's just get our health back. Because there's a merchant here. And we do still have that discount. So let's see, we can get the sword, the Fractura, which deals 9 damage and gets 2 uses per combat. The Eldritch Vial we've seen before, the Bratwurst, or the health potion. Let's go ahead and grab the Fractura. I don't know how I feel about the 2 uses per combat, but that amount of damage is nice. Your Mailer's idea of horror? I guess his nightmares got lazy. Cute, but I'm not here for a swim. Let's see how you scream when I start carving. Oh, that's aggressive. So let's see. We can replace the regular sword here with the Fractura. And we have 2 things to turn into an upgrade here, so... Oop. Oop. Well, that's not ideal. Well, there is a break on this one, so I guess let's go with Catan. This way we get 2 vulnerable for that, and I can swap this quick stab for another break there. That'll work. I don't have anything that applies weak, which is unfortunate. So we've got a Tentacle and Abzalith. 16 armor, 50 health, 12 health, 5 armor. Let's see what we can do. Oh, they've got piercing damage. Love that for me. Don't need that many heals. Use the lesser heal. Save the fading heal for later. And hit them with the vulnerable straight off. Right, I was at max armor. That was pointless to do. Now it doesn't matter because we're out of rerolls anyway. Let's get rid of the tentacle, because if they both have piercing attacks, I need as little of that to be on the field as possible. And they're still going for the piercing attacks. You know, for it being tentacles, I wasn't expecting it to be spitting at me constantly. Of all the things to expect, that wasn't it. It does mean that all my armor moves are useless, though. But it's a good thing I do have some decent healing. So I can just play the long game here and just try to keep ahead as much as possible. That'll work. So we heal. We hit you with Fractura, which makes this strong enough to kill him, and then we hit you. Alright. Considering it's still sitting there, well, everything stays on the screen, though. But this might have a revive move, so that I've got to watch out for. Yeah, this will be okay. Gain 1 strength, play our break twice so he gets 4 vulnerable. That'll make him a lot easier to kill. You know what? I'm down for this. Want another break? Bleed, bleed, kill. There we go, we've beaten in our first Area 2 boss. We get a Forge Heart, a St. Finger, which gives +1 luck and deals 5 damage to a random enemy at the start of round 2, or the 4-leaf clover, first round of a fight gives 2 rerolls. Let's go ahead and take the extra luck, because that gives us another reroll, and it's free damage to an enemy on round 2. And now we have our choice of going to the graveyard or the ruins of Akba. Considering we can still go to the graveyard, I think I'm gonna go there because it's only threat 3 instead of going from threat 2 to threat 5. Considering we barely survived threat 2, going to threat 3 first seems like a better idea. And we've seen the graveyard before, so we know what we're getting into here somewhat. No new dice, so straight in we go. Okay. Oh, I probably get the extra luck on round 2 as well. That's fine. Yeah, there's the extra luck. That's fine. I don't particularly want the armor here. I would like to kill that one. Because if I just get rid of him, that makes my life simpler. Because he was going to do a bunch of piercing damage, so armoring up wouldn't have mattered. Or if I didn't get rid of him. Of course, now the AoE comes up again. That's piercing damage, so that's useless. Well, love to keep getting these useless armors right now, I gotta tell you, it's so great. But the armor will still be there next turn, so it'll help against this break attack instead. So it's not completely useless, just not good timing when it did show up. We're definitely stronger than we were before, though. Our own piercing attack would be nice, but we have no money and there are merchants and such, so let's take a big chunk of money. Alchemist. A wild-eyed alchemist offers a bubbling potion that promises full restoration, but at the grim cost of your vitality. So we lose 2 max health, but we get fully healed. That's a fair trade, I'll take that. That's 12 health in exchange for 2 max health. That's a perfectly fine deal. Magic machine, enemy, and treasure, or merchant, enemy, and question mark. Let's see what the magic machine has for us. Oh, it's a slot machine. I see. So if I line up 3 of the same symbol, I presume I get it. Oh. Let's go gambling! Great, I got a heal when I didn't need it. Love that for me. Hey, 20 gold. Go again. Sadness. So we're basically right back where we started, and I'm just gonna leave. The cost was continuing to rise, and our results weren't great. But hey, at least we broke even. That'll work, actually. Because we hit him with the Zweihander. We use the whetstone, and then we hit them with the AoE twice. That allows us to mostly chew through... Actually, yeah, completely chew through one of them in turn one, so that's good. We can heal up from the damage we took, and then just bust this guy up real good. We're still losing a little bit of health, but it's by no means as bad as it could have been. Ooh, muscle up, gain 3 strength. Sure. I don't know if I'll be able to fit that, but might be worth it. Damn it. Well, I'll take 10 hit points to get an item, sure. Hey, we got the bratwurst. Real shame that I'm probably not going to see a merchant anytime soon. But I risked breaking it open because I knew we were going to get the heal at the stairs. So at the end of the day, I really didn't risk anything. And now we see another obelisk. Where do I put this muscle up, though? Do I even put it anywhere? Because I don't really have room for it. That is the one problem with what I did there, huh? Is that there's not really room without giving up something. I could give up the rapier, though, because it's not really seeing as much use anymore since I have one die that's not got any real attacks on it. So basically, we would only get 2 attacks as opposed to 3 strength. So yeah, we'll make that trade for now. I'm not getting rid of that because I might bring it back, but I think that is the right choice. Well, we don't need anything other than that attack, so get rid of all those. God damn it. I don't have a way to throw my armor at the enemy, so it's useless in this encounter. Whetstone will work. Fuck's sake. God damn it. This is gonna use up both uses of this weapon if I do that. But that's fine, because it's 20 damage straight off. I think I can live with that. Yeah, but that's the problem, is it now comes up as a dead face. But it doesn't matter. Fight's over. So we can inflict 2 more vulnerable or do more damage. Let's inflict more vulnerable because that'll allow me to do way more damage. Sure, I'll toss in the coins this time. And we got nothing. Rip. Question mark and then merchant, or fight and then question mark? Let's take the question mark and then the merchant this time around. Artifact. The sinister scepter offers great power, but binds you with inescapable suffering. Pick up the scepter to gain relic, which gives 5 max HP at the start of the first 3 rounds, inflict a random negative status effect on all enemies, but receive a weakness curse. Or walk away with no effect. I mean, 5 more max HP is nice, and a random status effect to all enemies is nice. But a weakness curse doesn't seem great. But you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Curse. Curses are special skills with harmful effects that trigger automatically when rolled. Once added to a die, a curse cannot be removed, permanently claiming one of your die faces. Choose carefully. Every curse is a gamble. Ah, so I lost that open space on this die, and I get 1 week on roll whenever it's rolled. Lovely. That thwarts my plans a little bit, but it's okay. I can't get any of the really cool stuff here, but I can get another break, so we'll take that break. Is what I can do is juggle things around up here to fit it in. Because remember, we have a boost to all vulnerability stacks and such on here, so having this focused on that is a good idea. And we'll just trade something out for this, perhaps? Yeah, this does more damage. The poison doesn't last as long as the bleed. I think that that's okay. Is it the trade of one more immediate damage for one more damage over time? Yeah, it needs 4 experience to level that one up. Let's level this die up. Increase double roll chance to... Oh. So basically, it weights this die. Ooh. Actually, that's great for the one that has the curse on it. Is now the whetstone, the muscle up, or the lesser heal now have better odds of showing up than everything else, which makes the curse less likely to trigger, which makes me no longer punished for my actions. Aha! Excellent. Got it. Let's see. Balanced Shroud. Chime of Resolve. Gain 1 protect, 1 armor after defeating an enemy. The Sunken Eye. Gain 4 capacity to all dice in an unremovable vulnerable curse. Oh, as much as I would like the space, I don't know about that one. Spiral Leaf. Heal 3 health whenever you use the same skill twice in 1 round. I think I'll just take the Balanced Shroud. 1 more space is fine. And now we have the Vampire. Count Zeverick. We'll deal with him in a moment. Now that we have 1 more space, what do I do with that information? Juggle some stuff around. Oh, when the quick stab got upgraded, it also took 1 less space. I didn't even realize that. Ooh, that's incredibly good, actually. Keep that in mind. But we can get this back into the fray here, and I would like to do that. No, because the waiting on that doesn't work. That hurt. I was gonna say, it does fit. I don't know why you didn't swap those. Put that back now, because there's room, but there was actually, no, there was already room before. We can do that. Don't really know if that mattered that much. But let's do this. We have 41 health to fight essentially 24 and 75. He does have burn on him from our random status effect, though, which is nice. He's also doing a lot of vulnerability damage, though, and a lot of just flat damage, and the other one's also making me vulnerable, which is wonderful. So let's hit them with our own vulnerable stacks straight away. Don't need the heal yet, just keep that, roll the other ones away. Take note of the fact that the weakness from the curse does not go away. You can't re-roll it away. So, keep that in mind. This is all fine. That'll do, because I think we can get rid of the bat here. Or straight up. Yeah, the bat's dead now. So we can stack some other nastiness on the count. We do have a lot of vulnerability of our own on us right now, though, so we gotta keep that in mind. He is going to steal some health and inflict some bleed. Just those two, and reroll the rest. Yeah, actually that's fine, because that'll block the worst of his attack. Keep the vulnerable stacks up, keep him bleeding. Thankfully, he basically didn't heal there because of that, so that works out well. He's gonna bring the bat back to life, which is annoying. We're really on a roll here, though, so this is working out. He's gonna bite again, so we need that armor. He's almost dead. Thankfully, he did res his friend with only half health, so it's not a complete chore to get rid of him. And the count is down, and it doesn't matter if the bat's there if he's gone. Perfect. Let's see. Pricking Doom. Deal 5 damage to all enemies at the start of round 3. Golden Tooth. Upgrade 2 random skills. Pandora's Cache. Gain 3 random relics, but lose the ability to buy from the merchant or the rest of the run. That kind of ruins our coupon. The Beating Heart. Gain 6 more health. I'll take the 2 random skill upgrades. The random relics is a great thought, but it would kind of suck to not be able to buy from the merchant when we have a relic dedicated to making the merchant purchases more effective. Now we've got a bit more room on our dice because... Oh, really? These are the ones that got upgraded, huh? Both of these? Okay, that's fine. Completely fine. We just swap that over here now because that's better now. The reasoning being this is tinkered, so you don't actually want that. This only takes capacity 2, so I can actually get another attack side on that. There we go. That works. I can live with that. That actually does work out. And we're at the Dark Keep now. Wait. Oh, I see. I think I understand the... Yeah, slay 3 dungeon bosses to breach the Dark Keep. I probably should have risked the ruins because we would have gotten better results there. I misunderstood. I thought I could go to every location. Yeah, that's on me. I didn't read. Oh, Dark Keep it is then. Walls hum like something's breathing behind them. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. The coffin. An old coffin stirs your curiosity, or perhaps a sense of caution. 50% chance to get 26 gold or a skill, but also a 50% risk of injuring yourself for 8 health. Hey, we got a skill. I'll take a look at the crossroad in a second. We got Greater Heal. You can only use it once per combat, but it heals 9 health. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I do think that we're going to leave it behind, though. I don't suppose it's worth extra experience. Nope, it's still only worth 1. I do feel like rarer things like that should be worth more. 3 combats or 2 combats and a question mark. We'll take the 2 combats and a question mark. Ooh. So we got 2 ghosts and an eldritch mage. 1 weak for both of them and 1 bleed for the old boy in the back. So phantom strikes that ignore, protect, and do piercing. And a hexing bolt that does 7 damage, applies 2 weak and 1 hex, which reduces my rerolls. I hate that guy in the back right there. I don't like him. No, sir, I don't like him. He's gonna die now. They're doing mostly piercing damage, so blocking is useless here. Which is kind of the thing I was worried about with having a blocking-based die. We mostly killed the mage, straight up. That one's fine. Let's keep these 2. No. This has decent odds of coming up with a break instead, which is what I want. I'm trying to fish for the slash, so I can finish him off for free. Keep that one, reroll again. Well, that's a shame. But it's fine. I can't retarget with the whetstone, though. So we'll finish him off with this. Block some of the damage we're gonna take. This is gonna use up all of Fractura immediately. But it does nearly get rid of a ghost, in addition to having gotten rid of the other guy. Death Touch. Ooh, extra damage for every round that passed. Don't like that. And 6 damage and 2 hex. Also don't like that. And there's the slash now. That's fine. That actually does still work. really need to not have Fractura right now. Thank you. So let's hit you. Well, muscle up first. Hit you both. Heal. Still, as it turns out, do not need Fractura in my life right now. Well, never mind. Even though I lose the advantage of the poison, the sword does way more damage, so I'd rather hit him with that increased damage. Okay, there's the piercing attack that I was afraid was coming. Ooh, the strength can stack. That's good to know. Keep that, get rid of the rest of this. I would like to fish for a heal. Well, fuck me, I guess. I need to just truck him right now. Oh, no, that'll work. I can heal. But actually, yeah, it's pierce damage, so this shield's useless. But this guy is like all shields. Great, I got the equivalent of nothing. Oh, interesting. That still took the shields, even though that said it was pierce damage. So that's interesting. This is also pierce damage, so just reroll the whole fucking hand. Keep everything other than this. That was almost really bad. Thin blood. Double the target's bleed stacks or inflict 2 bleed if there are none. Another muscle up or some gold. I'm gonna take the gold here. I don't have room for another muscle up as much as I would want it. Hey, look, 2 more ghosts. Wonderful. I think this is where our adventure ends. On the bright side, we should be able to try the ranger out after this, because wasn't it enter Darkkeep with the warrior to trigger the ranger to exist? Which will work out well. Do I put the greater heal somewhere in the hopes that that turns things around? Answer is yes, because the odds of it showing up in here aren't great, so the moment it shows up, it will work. Based on these enemies, though, I think I actually take the smithing off for now to have 2 heals beyond this die. We'll put the smithing back on after this, because they have a lot of piercing attacks. And there's the greater heal, almost on cue. As if on cue, rather. Roll for a different attack. There we go. So do that. Give you lots of vulnerable, heal myself a lot. And just start chewing through him. Yeah, without that greater heal, we would have died. So that's a yikes. That's a big yikes. That's still fatal damage, huh? But without him. There we go. Okay, that's blockable. Greater heal doesn't help right now, game. This is actually one of the times where blocking is useful. It's a good thing he's got some weak on him as well, otherwise we'd be in bigger trouble than we are. Okay, that's a problem. Keep these 2, reroll those 2. There's our fading heal, but there's a weakness for us. We're going back down to 1 health again. But we've got this. We've won. Die. Oh, we are in an awful position, but hopefully this is something I can use money for. Fuck you. Birdcage. A bird on a cage sings a haunting, wistful tune. Its crimson feathers shimmering. Both its song and gift seem to hold a quiet, lingering magic. Take the Crimson Feather, gaining a relic that grants 3 max HP and heal 2 at the start of combat, or listen to the bird's sorrowful song and feel its magic upgrade a random skill. We'll take the Feather, because not only does it heal us immediately because of the max HP increase, but we'll also start gaining health back, and we can also get half our health back here. We're not dead yet. We have a chance. I have to beat this obelisk, though. Keep the smithing off there for now, because it won't matter against the obelisk, and having more healing means I can start ticking my health higher. Oh, neat. We actually got, like, almost the ideal roll there. Keyword to that being almost. Misplaying like crazy here, but it's fine. All of these are fine except this one. Keep trying for a heal. There we go. It's gonna be close as to whether we can get this done in time, though I think we've got this because of the boosted strength. There we go. That muscle up is so good. Increase damage by 4 and vulnerable by 2, or gain 3 strength. We're gaining that 3 strength. Strength buffing is so good. We will go ahead and take the sacrifice, because we can heal so much now. Oh, we got the Loyal Servant, the Eldritch Knight, and the Eldritch Mage. Now we put the smithing back in. Because I'm assuming these guys are going to have actual attacks, so I'm going to need to be able to block them. Let's see, Hell Pact, deal 4 damage, inflict 3 burn. Dark Lance, 4 damage and 3 bleed if the player used all 4 dice this turn. Yikes! And of course, Unholy Wine, heal a random character in party for 4 health and reduce all negative statuses by 3. That's fine. This whole hand's good to have. We're gonna hit him with the Zweihander after we finish rolling this. Yes, we'll take the guard, actually. So, hit him with that. I wonder if the ultimate counts as an attack skill. I would assume it doesn't. So, double slash. I should have broke him first, because then we would have killed him, I think. But instead, he's nearly dead, and that's pretty good. Not as good as I wanted, but it's pretty good. This hand is fine. Pop him, guard to block the quick stab. Alright, let's start working that Loyal Servant down. In fact, he's dead. Yeah, this is going reasonably good. See, this is why I adjusted my sentence. Because I knew I was summoning the curse. I just didn't realize how badly I was summoning the curse there. That's entirely on me. Oh, we win. Fortify. Reduce weak and vulnerable by 4 and gain 2 protect. That's not bad. It's not bad at all, and we have a lot of gold. But it looks... Well, no, we will have a chance at a merchant, so that'll be fine. I was going to say, it looks like we're not going to be able to use it. Take Fortify, I might actually use that. Hey! Lucky Amulet, game 1 reroll. Sunken Eye again. The Rune of Arc. For every curse on a die, deal 3 damage to the furthest target at the start of combat. Well, we'd be guaranteeing 3 damage to the back row target right now, because we only have 1 curse. Or I just get the reroll by default. Or we just add another curse. I could just add another curse for fun. And get more capacity. Because the increased capacity would allow me to put Fortify on one of these empty spaces, but one of these empty spaces would also get the vulnerable curse, which would probably kill us, so we'll just take the reroll. Obviously going south so I can go to the merchant. We've got Decay, inflict 1 weak, 1 vulnerable, once for each empty side of the equipped die. Execute, deal 6 damage, deal double damage when target is under 40% health. Crackers, inflict 1 burn 5 times to random enemies at the start of combat. Toxic Blossom. Inflict 2 damage to all enemies at the start. Inflict 2 poison, rather, to all enemies at the start of combat. I'm kind of interested in the burning 5 times here, because we can afford it. We can't quite afford it and the execute, which would be nice. We can't afford both relics either. I could afford it and a heal. Yeah. We'll get some fireworks and a heal. There you go. All that money paid off that I picked up. I could have gotten more if I'd picked up another set of money, but it's okay. We don't actually need to heal. We're only missing 8 health, so let's go ahead and smith one of our abilities. Only 1 more damage on that. It doesn't change the capacity. 12 damage per hit on Fractura is pretty good. What about my 4 strength on Muscle Up, 2 strength on the Whetstone, and 1 less capacity cost? It's tempting. 12 heal on that. Reduce those by 5. I'm mostly fishing for capacity cost downs. So yeah, we'll take the Whetstone upgrade. Well, this looks unhealthy. Hold that thought. So we have 1 more space here, which doesn't really do a ton for me. But I figured the Whetstone upgrade was useful. I probably shouldn't have Muscle Up and the Whetstone be on the same die. But I can't really move them off of there very well either. Otherwise, most of our best attacks are on these 2 dice up here. So the Whetstone or the Muscle would be less useful without these attacks. So you're kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario there. Now, I think we don't actually change anything at the moment, unfortunately. So they've all got burn. 1 got weak, 1 got poison, 1 got vulnerable. So I guess we'll focus the Beholder down, since he's got the vulnerable on him. So the Eldritch Mage is a good choice to get rid of as well. Yeah, because they both are going to do Hex. I think the Beholder first, though, because it's currently doing Hex. Yeah, Beholder's gone. And besides, removing an enemy entirely is always a good choice. There we go. Only 1 enemy left. Hand. Inflict 2 weak, 2 vulnerable, and gain 2 strength. Don't like that. I almost fucked up real bad there. There we go. Block his grabby hand. We've gotten kind of stupid powerful at this point. Meditation. You gain 2 HP and 2 armor, or plus 2 of each for each non-attack skill played. Ooh. That could actually be really good. We're gonna take that. I don't know where I'm gonna fit it, but we're taking that. In fact, actually, yeah, we're gonna put it here. This is turning into a utility die at this point. We'll replace the lesser heal with it. Like, the lesser heal's staying on the die, but the meditation's going in that slot. No. Keep lesser heal there. And have meditation on there. Yeah, I think that's fine. Anything else I want to change around? I don't think the positioning on there much matters, but I'm doing it in my own brain. Got a treasure, a magic machine, an enemy, a merchant, and a blank. Go ahead and try our luck up here. It's the table again. I don't really need the max health that badly. Thinking. No, I think it's better. Well, that's unfortunate. Keep that, get rid of the rest. May have to wrap up sooner than I intended, though, because I'm feeling a little eh. My throat's starting to bug me, and I don't want to overdo it. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna rush out of here or just yet, but I'm keeping an eye on that as much as you can keep an eye on something inside your own body. Hard. We already have 8 blocks, so that's useless. These 2 are good. Get rid of the rest. I don't even know why I shifted around that hard, because he was gonna die that easily anyway. Interesting idea. The Vital Serum. Gain 1 max HP, 1 strength, inflict 2 bleed to dice owner. That's good for the max HP, assuming that it's not just temporary? Like, if it's max HP that stays after the fight, that's incredible. If it's only for the battle, though, that's kind of meh. And I think I'll take the gold out of this set, because we're going to the merchant anyway. We can get our own hand. Greater heal, sunken eye, sin ward. Ooh, for every curse on a dice, heal 5 at the start of combat. We want that, because we have a curse. And the hand will actually be really good, so we're taking that as well. Because we can apply the vulnerable extra up here. Well, the weak and the vulnerable, actually. So we'll be applying 3 of each and gaining 1 strength up here. It is going to be at the cost of a break, which is unfortunate. But that's pretty good. 3 weak, 3 vulnerable. I think that's worthwhile. Question is, do I put that break somewhere else now? I think, yeah, I think we give that up again. I think we actually start using up some of these extra dice I have. Because we're running out of room to move around, if you think about it. Because the boss is right there. We only have 1 fight after this. So I think we just commit to the bit here. Warmonger, +2 attack to all attack skills on the die. Increase 5 times roll chance to the rightmost die slot or 3 capacity. We'll just give 2 attack to all of these. Makes Fractura do 11. The breaks are going to do a decent bit. The hand is now less ideal here, but that's fine. Yeah, I think overall this is okay. Not completely what I wanted. I was actually kind of hoping for like a second copy of Catan or something. But it is what it is. Yeah, there's nothing else I can change there. This is a good opening hand up to a point. Literally, we start with this Y-hander. Do I care about the armor? Kind of. Considering the other options, yeah, I think I do care about the armor. I wanted to hit him with the lots of weak because his attacks are kind of nasty. So with him weakened, that makes our life a little easier. Yeah, 14 damage sword is good enough. I was hoping for pure aggression, but 9 healing is also good. The thing is, it's attacking twice is why I'm like, but which one do I hit? I guess we'll just kill this one straight up then. Not really who I intended to kill first, but opportunity, he knocks, you answer, and all that. I really wanted to get rid of that ghost sooner than this, but so many opportunities opened up to kill the other ones where I'm like, I guess I'm killing them then. "13 strength. Ridiculous. Wham! 23 damage from just a regular swing. Well, it's a Fractura swing, but still. Thin blood again. No, we'll take the greater heal. You don't scare me. You're just another rotted... Another rotted oath in a dying castle. I am the moment before you remember the truth. What truth? That you're some glorified lock on a broken door? That you've died here before. That you'll die here again. Not today. Do I put that greater heal somewhere? The answer, I think, is no. Not at this point. But I can't get enough experience from it to do anything either. So he's got a Hound, and it's just Karnak himself with 25 armor, 100 health. Hound's got just 30 hit points, no armor. He's got Death Touch, which currently is going to do 0. A Sweeping Strike that hits 3 times. And the Talon on the Hound that does 4. And does more for if I do armor or healing. Hey, what do you know? It gave me 2 healing skills that I'm absolutely not going to use then. Well, that's a shame. Well, it'll still be worth it to use the heal, because I'm going to gain more than I lose. Because now it does 6. And my armor will take that. I'm more worried about the 12 coming out of Karnak. And our Zweihander's not charged, so we're actually really in a bad spot here. But we can get rid of the dog pretty quick, so we'll do that first. Wow, we actually got lucky and he rolled an empty. That's actually pretty wild. This works out, actually, is we drop you, armor up, use the hand, gain 6 armor, 6 health. And now he's weakened and vulnerable, which will help quite a lot. This is a fine hand as well, because we can just keep adding to his weaknesses. Start cutting him down on his size. As long as our armor keeps holding, we're actually in a good spot here. The moment it starts breaking, we have a problem. That'll do. Heal, block, Fractura, keep the bleed rolling. We've got this, I think. I think we've just won. Hey, ABC. I don't know why the audio is delayed this time. It worked just fine literally an hour ago today. But it is what it is. And that's that. Karnak Falls. Yes. Yes. You'll do nicely. What the hell? Where'd you come from? Everywhere? Always. Now, again. Now, we just got deleted. Huh. That's a shame. Good news, we gained another level. We also gained the Ranger. We gained Polearm, Sweeping Strike, and Armor from having leveled up. So what does the Ranger have? To bring some challenge to your runs, you can apply multiple modifiers. Yeah, that's for if we played the same character twice. Let's see, our ultimate move is evade all enemy attacks for 1 round, gain 3 health, charged every 3 rooms, counts as a heal, which is why it's green. And we start with 3 armor instead of 9, and 1 less hit point. We'll do a quick bit of a run here to even us out to 2 hours for this game, I guess. Which, for those who have been enjoying what you're seeing, here is the command again. There you go. So you can wishlist and or buy the game yourselves. So far, it's been a real good time, so I do highly recommend giving it a chance. And we'll, like I said, do a little bit of the Ranger. Miss Lockwind once hunted stags here. Now, I suspect I'm the prey. Bit rude, honestly. Let's see, we've got spears, arrows, backstabs, blind shots, bear traps. Some neat stuff going on here. Oh, and a dart. Oh, that's actually just straight up damage when it rolls. Nice. I like that. We do have a stun to work with the backstab. Okay. That's a lot of healing I don't need right now. We'll take the block, but get rid of the heals. That'll work. Because we can bypass the armor and then set him up to die to the poison. So the blind shot didn't hit him. Okay, good. I just realized the blind shot might have hit the rat, and I'm like, you know, that would have just solved the problem straight up. I don't really need to burn my evade, considering he wasn't attacking. And now he's dying. Let's see, defender or another dart. I like the idea of these darts so far because they get multiple uses. Old friend. An old friend greets you warmly, offering a choice between gold or a dice skill. What kind of friend are you when you're making me choose between 2 things you could give me for my adventure? Why don't you give me both? Some fucking friend he is. He did give me another dart, though, so I kind of forgive them. We'll just throw more darts around on various dice. It kind of weaponizes our rerolls, if you understand the idea there. Piercing attacks. And just set him up with poison to die. More darts. I'm just gonna litter my stuff with darts here. Every die has a dart now that could pop up. 3 lefts. Okay. Gilded Horde, which we've seen. Amulet of Woe, which we've seen. And Eldritch Vial, which we've seen. The Amulet of Woe would be nice. But since we're not planning on staying with this run for long, let's grab the Gilded Horde and get the curse and see what it does. Remove 1 gold on roll from dice owner. Oh, that curse isn't that bad. Like, that's not great, because it's taking up a die slot, but I can buy so much with 130 gold. A spider. I don't think we've seen those. Oh, Sting Plus, huh? Yikes. Guess who's getting bear trapped, motherfucker? Guess what? It's you. You're getting double damaged. Yes, you are. Because the rat's not doing anything. Punk. I should have finished re-rolling the other thing, but it's fine. But we're not trying nearly as hard this time. Bang! Another spear, a kick. The kick could actually come in handy. Now, merchant, what do you have for me? Another dart! I will buy that immediately. You know what? Give me both of these. I don't really need that kick. I will re-roll your shop, though, and see what else we get. Oh, it only re-rolls up to the amount of things that were already there. Okay, I thought... In some games, when you re-roll, it refills the shop up to its max capacity. And other games like this one, it re-rolls it, only re-rolling the options that are left. Rip. It's fine. Ah, a walking compost heap. Charming, if rot and madness are your thing. You really ought to see someone about that condition. Right, I'm going to burn you now. For your own good. Sure, we can fit that dart in place of a sword. It ends up doing the same damage as the sword if you think about it, because it'll roll onto the field, deal the 1, and then you deal 3 when you actually throw it. And I can also just switch this sword over to here. Where do I put the kick becomes a question. Yeah, we'll put it in place of this fading heal. There you go. Everybody got their claws out, huh? That constitutes a fucking yikes. Get stunned. There we go. We stunned one, killed the other. Now, the bad news about stunning an enemy in this game is they don't reroll after they get stunned. They get to keep whatever it is they had out when they got stunned. So, yeah, this is not great that there's still the 13 damage sitting there. But, evasion. Just in case he thought he had me. He ain't got anything. Except death. Turns out I didn't even need to evade. I could get the Gilded Horde again. Let's just forge heart. Backstab does 6 and takes 1 less space. Dart does 2 more damage. It takes more space. Hate that. Ruining darts for me right now. Stunning for 2 turns on the bear trap. Yeah, I think we're taking the 2-turn stun on the bear trap. It's either that or 2-turn stun on the kick, but the bear trap's more useful because it's guaranteed to work. Let's risk the graveyard since, like I said, this is not intended to be as long a run as the last one. I'm sure this place has a lovely personality once you get past the corpses. So we got the Wraith and the Zombie. No. Not doing that right now. Screech, Flesh Rip. Spear, roll the rest. There's my free dart hit. Well, that was a risk that didn't pay off. Okay, the game has chosen who dies, and it's the Wraith. That'll work. Pierce, dart. 5 damage, 1 weak, 2 poison, 2 bleed. Get kicked. Oh, it does. No, that is still the same move. Yeah, the only problem with the kick is it's only once per combat, which kind of sucks. And that's when RNG fails us. I didn't intend this run to end this quickly, in case anybody's like, wow, he's throwing really hard. Well, it was partially a throw, partially the game decided, oh, you wanted this to be short? Okay. And decided to kill me. There we go. Yeah, I don't really need another fading heal since I'm not even using it, so we'll take the break. Hey, there's our friend again. He's still kind of screwing us over. Give me another skill. He gave me another dart. He really keeps seesawing back and forth between I'm mad at him and I'm not mad at him because of these darts, I tell you. Place the spear with a break. Oh, maybe that's why I'm, like, forever dry. It's 75 degrees in here. Doesn't feel like it. It's weird. We have plenty of money, so we'll go to the merchant again. If we can get past the zombie twins here. Guard, Blightbearer, and Scholar. None of these have poison or anything, but I can change that. This does change my plan. Yeah, because now these do 2 poison. I don't know if that's great, necessarily, but I do think that's worthwhile. Now, the problem is, well, we can dodge for this turn, actually, so that'll be okay. I was gonna say, the only problem with that idea is I'm dying this turn. Yeah, this is an issue. Him exploding is not great. Though it is only gonna do 5, so actually that's not terrible. Thing is, I'm gonna get bled out here. Especially with a roll like that. Yeah, because one attack caused him to bleed me enough to kill me. Well, doesn't matter then. This is how we die. This is fine. Almost got some unlocks, but it's okay. So that was luck and loot. The command is still sitting there right in front of y'all, so I'm not gonna trigger it again. But this was a good game. Y'all should check it out. And we're gonna hop to our next one. And our final one. I just need to quickly make an adjustment of the text on screen and everything. And an adjustment of category. Also going to get up for a second before we start the next one. Fun fact about this next game, it already has crowd control. It's not even been out that long and they added crowd control to it like immediately. Which is neat. We will not be using it today, because I don't know the game well enough to be comfortable doing crowd control with it.